devastating fire tore through the popular nightclub Burj by Romeo Lane in Arpora, North Goa, late last night, killing 25 people and injuring 6 others. What began as an ordinary party night quickly turned into one of Goa's deadliest nightlife tragedies ever. Nearly 100 people were inside the club when flames suddenly erupted on the first floor during a live performance. Within minutes, thick smoke engulfed the premises, triggering panic as people rushed towards the narrow exit in a desperate bid to escape. As of the latest update, Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has confirmed that 6 injured victims are stable and receiving medical treatment.
So the Chief Secretary, DGP, IGP, Secretary Revenue, Collector North, SP have discussed regarding the cause of the incident, and after having the detailed discussions, I have taken the following decisions. 1. To conduct the magisterial inquiry through the committee comprising of the District Magistrate, SP South, Deputy Director of the Fire and Emergency Services, Director Forensics regarding the procedural lapses and resulted in the mischief, and to submit the report to the government within a week. The committee shall be constituted under the chairmanship of the Secretary Revenue for conducting the audit of such clubs, business establishment, etc., which are operating without a valid permissions and wherein there is a likelihood to be gathering of the people in large number.
Officials say the majority of deaths were caused by suffocation due to heavy smoke. Of the 25 dead, 23 bodies were found without burn injuries, pointing to oxygen deprivation as the main cause. 4 tourists and 14 staff members have been identified, while the identities of 7 victims are still being verified. The nightclub has been sealed. 4 people, including the gate manager, have been arrested and FIRs have been registered against the owners. A magisterial inquiry is underway. Investigators have also revealed key details about how the fire spread so rapidly. The Chief Minister confirmed that the blaze was likely triggered by electrical firecrackers used inside the club during the performance. There was no explosion. However, the wooden structure and furniture allowed the fire to spread uncontrollably within minutes. Many victims rushed towards the underground kitchen area for safety but were trapped there due to lack of ventilation. What is now emerging clearly are a series of safety lapses. First and most critical, the absence of proper emergency exits. The nightclub had only 2 narrow entry and exit points and no designated emergency escape route. With nearly 100 people inside, this created an immediate choke point once panic set in. Eyewitnesses say people collapsed over one another near the exit, making escape impossible for many. The congestion proved fatal as smoke spread faster than people could flee. Second, the complete failure of firefighting preparedness. Video footage from inside shows people attempting to extinguish flames using water bottles. There were no visible fire extinguishers in working condition, no sprinkler systems, and no automatic smoke suppression mechanisms. This meant that when the first flames appeared, there was no immediate containment, allowing the fire to grow uncontrollably and unchecked for several crucial minutes. Third, glaring construction violations. The club was allegedly built without proper construction permissions and did not conform to mandatory structural safety norms. The use of wood-heavy interiors, low-hanging electrical wiring, and inadequate ventilation turned the space into a virtual fire trap. The Chief Minister himself has indicated that construction norms may have been breached, and this aspect is now under official scrutiny. Fourth, serious lapses in staff training and emergency response. There were no mock evacuation drills or emergency response protocols in place. The staff were untrained to guide evacuations despite being responsible for public safety. Tragically, most of the victims were staff members who became trapped in the underground kitchen area while attempting to escape or assist others. Fifth, the No Objection Certificate or NOC. The biggest unanswered question now is how this nightclub received clearance in the first place. Investigators are probing whether officials ignored violations while granting the NOC. The Goa government has confirmed that officers who issued trade licenses and safety permissions will now face suspension and police inquiry. Adding to the tragedy, rescue operations were severely delayed as fire engines could not reach the club due to extremely narrow approach roads. Fire trucks had to be parked nearly 400 meters away, costing precious time during evacuation. As the nation mourns, the Prime Minister's office has announced an ex gratia of ₹2 lakh for the next of kin of each deceased and ₹50,000 for the injured from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed deep sorrow and assured full support to the victims' families. The investigation now focuses on fixing accountability, but the most pressing question remains: who will be held responsible for these fatal lapses, and will this tragedy finally force stricter nightlife safety laws in Goa? This is Megha Murthy for NDTV.